Islam is only understandable in Arabic by highly trained scholars. While numerous apologists frequently argue that Islamic sources such as the Quran and Sharia law can only be properly understood in Arabic or through the interpretation of approved scholars, these claims do not withstand scrutiny. Upon closer examination, such linguistic and interpretive arguments appear to be rhetorical devices to shield problematic teachings from open analysis than reflections on the actual complexity or nuance of the subject matter. If Islam's holy texts and legal system were truly accessible only to an elite scholarly class, they could not also be the divine guidance for all humanity that Islamic doctrine holds them to be. Those are flawed arguments often used by those nervous to avoid scrutiny of Islamic sources or Sharia law. 1. If a text can only be understood in one language, it cannot be universal. Islam claims the Quran is for all mankind. Yet only 20% of Muslims worldwide speak Arabic. How can the Quran be a clear guidance for all if it is inaccessible except to Arabic speakers? 2. Religious laws that govern all of society should be understandable by all. Complex or esoteric arguments are not needed to convey clear moral principles. If Sharia law can only be grasped by a few scholars, how can it be a just system of law for people of average education? 3. Translation does not require interpretation in the sense used to avoid criticism. All that is required is conveying the original meaning, which scholars can determine by analyzing historical context and Arabic grammar, then render into other languages. Nothing is lost in translation that prevents understanding Islamic teachings. 4. Throughout history, Islamic scholars themselves have disagreed on the interpretation of various Quranic verses and Sharia rules. If the texts were as clear as claimed, there would not have been multiple schools of Islamic jurisprudence with conflicting views, forcing the creation of the ijma/consensus to settle the debate once and for all. Nor would there be the doctrine of azima/strictness and rukhsa/leniency to allow for a wide range of application. The need for scholarly interpretation is exaggerated. 5. Critics often point to teachings that endorse violence, discrimination, or human rights violations. Yet these problems are due not to misunderstanding, but are found explicitly in the texts themselves as well as historical practices of Islam. Muslim apologists cannot erase them through linguistic or interpretive arguments. 6. In practice, Sharia law is often applied as a set of fixed punishments and rules without a need for complex scholarly interpretation for those with no advanced degree in Islam. Its harshness is evident regardless of one's skill in the Arabic language or knowledge of Islamic jurisprudence. The man who stabbed Salman Rushdie probably was not an advanced scholar, for example. However, he did correctly follow the Sharia. 7. The Deuteronomy of Judaism and books of Hebrew law are just as complex, yet open to examination and critique. Christianity is based on interpreting Jesus' teachings in the Greek New Testament, yet open discussion is considered normal. It is a double standard to claim Islamic law alone cannot be understood or questioned. This Muslim response is based on the fear of exposing the ugly truth of what is written in black and white on the pages of the Muslim law books, and the false belief that Islam is above criticism and examination. Our fear of Sharia is based on a healthy apprehension of its barbarity. Show us the Muslim laws openly and publicly, so we can see that we have nothing to fear from them. But after all, exposing the Sharia publicly would embarrass Islam, and that goes against the Sharia. This article is available on the Ko-fi page linked in the description. If you like this concise content by Lloyd de Jong, please subscribe on Ko-fi for more, and support more of this work there. Here on YouTube, please like the content with the thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to the channel.